We pump those profits back into the profit cycle to generate even more profits. And I know what you're going to say. Profits? Yes, Stan. You're soaking in them.
Hey everybody, how's it going? It's your boy ExtrmWill with Extreme Tech. We're going to do another earnings video here for Salad AI. My 29 rigs. We're going to run through how much it's making, kind of what it's looking like and all that. A lot to discuss too. That new pay scale, I think you'll see a lot more of it now. I'm not running a lot of the old jobs. I'm pretty sure the majority of what I'm running now is the new jobs, and I think I have a good mixture of the low priority jobs, the medium priority, and the high priority. So like you can see, it's kind of all in there. So we should be able to see a good majority of it. There's a couple other things to talk about with some of the machines, some of the random stuff I've been running into. Some of the stuff you just got to kind of keep looking out for. So if we look at the last 24 hours, let's see. This says 37 cents here at this first bar. So that was what it was for most of the day. And then it looks like when I made that other video earlier, like I was really crushing it. It was up over 54 cents for a good part. We're at 46, 50 cents, 39 cents. And so it's at 37 cents right now. So it's like 37 to 50 cents for every 15-minute block. So I've got 29 machines. So that should be a pretty decent amount. If we go to the 7 days. So it says yesterday I made 37. Day before that I made 35. Day before that I made 34. Day before that I made 37. Now I do think I do have to put an asterisk next to these 3 days. I think I'm actually owed another $8 per day on these 3 days. When we get to my first machine, we'll talk about that. If we go back to the last 30 days, see cents literally from, well, I guess right here, we still have one bad day in here. Right here is where everything started running reliably. Oh, let me take a little sip here of my drink. Everything started running pretty reliably from right here. So we're almost at 1 month of everything being really reliable. So it went up and kept kind of slowly building and building and building and building. You know, here we're at $40, $40, $43, $43, $47, $49. This was going to be like a $57 day. And then I lost power. I like a little power hiccup. So like 5 machines shut down. And then, you know, it looked like it was going to recover. And then this day I had 10 machines shut down. And then so my reliability score took a pretty big hit. And it looks like it's building back up. It should be pretty good here. But as I said, I have an $8 asterisk right now on an open ticket for this day, this day, this day, and probably this day. So we'll see what happens. We get to that in the machines. We'll talk more about it. That one's for that. So they changed the pricing. This is the customer side calculating. Let's see here. I think it's like half what it used to be. This looks like they're paying a little, maybe they're paying a little more now for the RTX 4090 they were saying they're going to, or I'm just not looking at it right. But I think for most of the machines, they look like they're paying about half now from what they were. I'm going to share this. I'll probably try to share this down below. This is the new earnings sheet. I did not do this. Somebody much smarter than me did this. Breaks down all the machines, kind of their priority, the VRAM, the average cost of the machine, I don't know what exactly this electric usage is. I don't know if this is the max electric usage, because I don't think this is supposed to be an average usage. So I'm assuming this is like the max electric usage that it'll hit. The old hourly cost you used to get, the priority, the batch priority. So I think this is just like what you get paid now. What you get paid for the low priority, the medium priority, the high priority, the regular priority, and then the high priority for the day. So, and then down here you've got more graph and information stuff. So I'll try to post that in the bottom. Big shout out to Mine Some 10. He's the one who found this and kind of brought this to everyone's attention. His video on the new earnings was pretty amazing. I like my video too as like an aside to his. I think I come in with a lot more kind of in-depth thought and detail and breaking it down a little bit more. Kind of my personal thoughts and opinions on it. But last couple days, kind of a little bit rough in all this, like trying to make heads and tails of everything and figure everything out. I think I got a pretty good handle on it now. So if we get into my machines, I got 29. So we have two 20 cores, one 16 core, a whole bunch of these BCPC from bc/pc.com from Brandon Coin Store. I bought 7 of them from him, and then I tried making a bunch of my own. So I had a bunch of fun with it. I got the new 12 core system that I have upstairs. And then I have 4 8-core machines, PCs, 5 6-core PCs, and 3 4-core PCs. Hopefully everything is on today. So we'll get into the actual machines. And right here we're going to start off with my giant asterisk. I am not getting paid for this job. This is an $8.17 job. I have an open ticket with salad. Let's see if I can bring up my email. I'm not going to show you my actual email, but I can maybe read some of this from salad. Hi, we received your support request. While we wait for one of our team to assist you, these resources might help answer your questions quickly. No. None of those resources help me. Hey, thank you for reaching out to Salad. I hope this email finds you well. I understand that you need help with your salad. Rest assured that I will do my best to help. I'm sorry you're having trouble with Salad. I can help troubleshoot these. They need your log files. So I sent them my log files. They asked for them Tuesday, September 17th. I sent them Wednesday in the morning, in the AM. I sent them about 24 hours ago. I sent them a whole bunch of log files. And then I said, let me know if you need anything else. And then Wednesday, September 18th at 4:15 p.m., they emailed me back. Thank you for contacting Salad Support concerning your issue. Could you please let me know the approximate start and end time when you saw the behavior so he knows what to look for in the logs? And then I sent them a more detailed thing, and I sent them 2 pictures of the job that I see up here on my end. Not that I think it really matters. But it's an open ticket, so I'm hoping that they just make everything right. I don't know if they need to just I don't know how anything works on their end. So at my job, I know we use a lot of computer stuff sometimes, something like that. I don't know if they just need to click a button and maybe go through and go okay, we need to just pay you an extra $40 today. So if I do get a large chunk sum, it's because they're not paying me for this job. Hopefully they don't just tell me, oh, you're just SOL on this, because it's a big job. That's a decent sized chunk of money, So, and it's building up quickly to being a bigger size chunk of money. So hopefully, they make it right. Hopefully they can press a button, figure out what the error is, fix the error so this doesn't happen to other people. I don't know if anyone else out there has done a ticket yet for not getting paid on a job. I know somebody on one of my videos previously, they posted that they also had a $10 4090 job they weren't getting paid for. I don't know if they're further along in it, because when I looked originally, I thought I was being paid for this. But I was wrong. I was not being paid for it. I just completely missed it. Because if we come here and we look at all of my machines, so I have 30 machines altogether. We can see I have one at $4.98, which is one of my 4090s, and one at $6.15, which is another one of my 4090s. But I do not have another one anywhere near that. So it is missing that one altogether in here. It's not registering and paying me for it. So that's what I have this open for. I imagine most people probably can't see this because I can barely see this right in front of the screen trying to take a look at all of them. But you can see here if you look at the bar. There's one of these There's one at the $6 mark and one at the $5 mark. And then I think I also have one here at the $4 mark, which is, I think when I picked the job up, as I think what threw me off is this one at the $4 mark. Because this job wasn't actually running at $4 anymore. That job had finished. So I think I saw the $6 job, the $5 job, and the $4 job, and I thought that was all three of my 4090s. I thought I just got paid a partial for the $8 job for that day because it hadn't run for the entire day. Because that $4 job had finished. Because this $4 job, this might be that $4 job on here. That might be my old one. I don't remember what job it was on. It's hard to say. I ran a lot of $4 jobs. No, I think that was the 4060 Ti. It was done $3.99, I think. So that's probably what that was. But when I looked, yeah, I thought it was there. So I thought I was getting paid for it. And then when I did the last earnings video, I looked at it and go, wait a minute, this math doesn't add up at all. When I checked on my earnings this morning, I pulled the calculator out and I physically added every job up. And I saw that, yeah, it wasn't paying me for that job. So, as I said, open ticket. Hopefully Sal makes it right. If you've gone through this yet and you've done the open ticket, leave a comment down below on like what happens and what I can expect, because that's kind of what I'd like to know. If Sal is just going to tell me I'm SOL, then I need to cancel this job and try to find a new one. But I don't want to cancel this job if they're going to pay me for it. Like, if they're going to pay me for it, I want to run this $8 job indefinitely. Like, it's a big chunk of what I could be making right now. You know, if I made $38 yesterday, $37 in the last 24 hours, and I can add another $8 onto that, like, that's a huge chunk. You know, that makes this all really kind of like worthwhile. So, yeah, it's an open ticket, so I'll keep you guys up to date. I was hoping this was already going to be resolved by now, but like part of me, I work nights, so them emailing me and then me emailing them back, like if we're 12 hours on every email instead of being able to sit there and just knock it out, you know, it's kind of difficult, story of my life kind of thing, trying to get stuff done. So we'll see when this gets resolved. I will probably make a video discussing it in better detail, what happened, how it all worked out and all that, and what their how they resolve it specifically. But yeah, like I have no clue. I mean, I'm hoping they, you know, can fix the job so it can pay me going forward, and then they just credit me for whatever it missed. So we'll see. Did I cover what was in this machine? I don't even think I covered what was in this machine. So let's go back to it really quickly. 20 cores, 96 gigabytes of memory, RTX 4090, doing $8.17. Maybe. We'll see. Hopefully. Alright. Next machine. My second 20-core machine. 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti. Nice. I think it just picked this one up because I don't think it was done this one. I looked a minute ago. It's like $4.40. So I believe this is a high priority job. So that's nice. So you can still make, you know, decent money on them. It's not doing the $5 it was doing before, or the $4.78 it would have been doing. But that $4.40, I'm assuming that is a high priority. So they're probably not asking necessarily for all of the cores, but that's still pretty decent right now on Salad. Got to be happy anything making more than $4. So just pick that up. If it can run that for a long time, that would be amazing. So we get to this next one, AMD Threadripper, 16-core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090, doing $3.36. This is a medium priority job. I did the video earlier today breaking down all the 3090s because I had the 3090s running I have 5 of them. So I had 2 on low priority, 1 on medium priority, and 2 on high priority. So we will see what they're doing. And then now we're into my 12-core machines. So this is 12 cores, start of the BC/PC combo kits. 12-core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4090, doing $6.15. So that's nice. I think this is an old job. So this one, I don't think this would be in the system anymore, but the customer set it up from a while ago, so it's still up and running. I believe this is an old job, because if we look at my next 4090, this one's still on version 1.6.3. So it's been running this job for a way longer period of time. 12 core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4090, doing $4.98. Do not do an update if you're running a job. Don't run that job out. Run it out. Make all that money. Guaranteed work is way better than calculating. This update is not really that important. Getting this $5 job, way more important. So we go to the next machine. 12 core, 96 gigabytes. RTX 4070 is calculating. Boo. Next one. 12 core, 96 gigabytes. RTX 4060 Ti, $3.99. So this is high priority. So it's going to be one of the newer jobs in there. On a high priority. So if you can get your reliability score up high enough, like you keep everything running all the time, you don't ever quit jobs, you know, you could keep it always running, stop messing around with it and tinkering. You know, I know, like, I want to tinker all day. It's all I want to do is tinker with everything, and I've got to fight that urge with everything that I have. You know, from coming from, like, the crypto mining, like, you would just tinker all the time with stuff. I would sit here all day long and play with my overclocks. You know, you need to not do that with Salad. You need to just leave it be and let it run. Let that reliability score get up as high as it can. The higher you can get your reliability score, the more likely you are to get the high priority jobs and make running Salad really being worth your while. So, high priority jobs, definitely paying way more. So we'll go to the next one here. We are on a 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This is going to be the low priority job, doing $1.68. I am much happier with this doing $1.68 than it not running, than it calculating. I would much rather have everything just making, you know, like $1.50 or $1.70 than not running and making anything at all. Calculating, in my mind, is a waste of my time. It's a waste of my machine's time. I'd rather be making the less. Hopefully, you know, when I finish this job, my reliability score will go up enough where then this one will then be replaced with a high priority job. But the only way to really get the high priority jobs and keep the high priority jobs is to have a high reliability score. So shutting your stuff off is bad. Don't do it. Keep everything running all the time. So here we go on to the next one. Another 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3090, doing $1.68. So this is another low priority job. We'll go to the next one. Was this the one? No. No, but there was something else I did want to talk about, but I don't remember which machine it was anymore. It was the previous machine. We'll just talk about it on this one. So this is a 12 core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 4070 Ti is calculating. So I think it was actually the previous machine. It was my WSL file got frozen in your C drive. Program data, not program file. Very important. Program data is actually hidden, so you have to type in program data to find it. Salad WSL. Make sure that this is up to date. If this gets above 48 hours, it needs to be deleted. I have a video on it, but it's very important you go to the program data, not program file. If you do your program file one, you're not doing anything. It needs to be the program data. You need to delete the hard file because it got frozen. They can still glitch every once in a while. I think what happened with the Machine 6 is I tried moving it over onto my fourth rack out in the garage to put it on the new power supply because it wasn't running a job, but the new power supply is broken. So when I tried turning it on, I think it gave it like a weird power surge thing because I think it can only output like 100 watts, which isn't enough to turn it on. So it got stuck and I wound up having to delete the WSL file. I have another video on how to do it on the channel if you want to figure that out. And then when I turned it back on, it picked up another job immediately. So Something just to be paying attention to. I don't normally check it a lot, but if I have a lot of stuff calculating, then I start worrying, like, is stuff stuck? So it is one of those things you can check. This should come up here in the bell. I don't know why they don't have it up there yet. Maybe they will eventually. Let's go to the next machine. Another 12 core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090. This one's like 10 cents. Oh, so this one must have finished the other job that it was on. These 10-cent jobs right now, I actually kind of really like them way more than I should, because I think I'm really grasping how important your reliability score is in this, and with how much your reliability score has just changed with the new pricing scale, with the variable pricing. You really want to get the priority jobs. So every time you finish a job, your score goes up. So these 10-cent jobs, because they normally only take like an hour, you finish that hour-long job, or maybe you can take 2 hours. You finish that 2-hour-long job, your reliability score gets a nice boost. So as many of these as you can knock out and finish to get your score up as nice as it can get, so then you can get the high-priority jobs. It seems like a much easier way to doing it than if you do get like a container that runs for like 7 days, which is awesome. I want all the containers that run for like 7 days. That would be amazing. That was where I was at when before I lost the power. And I had the power surges, and then, I had a whole bunch of machines start going offline. Like, you want everything to run just for weeks on end. I'm at almost a month where it's been pretty consistent. Nothing's been running for that whole month, though, because of the power surges, but I had a lot of machines, even though they were running smaller containers, because we get into the back half of my machines. Like, I've got a lot more, pedestrian machines. They're not all this hardcore. We go through the big machines first. So 12 cores onto the next one. 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3080 is doing $1.30. So this is going to be the new low priority. It's okay. I'd rather be making more, but whatever. $1.30 is $1.30. So I still don't think my electric cost on it is that high. So I think I'm still easily profiting like $1 a day on it. If I was making a dollar a day on anything on crypto right now, on a 3080, especially on a 3080, if I was making $1 a day on it, I would be ecstatic. So, still pretty decent. On to the next one here. So we are on a 12 core, 96 gigabytes, RTX 3090, $5.54. So this is another high priority job. So as I say, keep that reliability up. You want the high priority jobs. They're out there. You can get them. 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti, $4.11. Another, pretty sure that should be a high priority. On to the next one, 12 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 4060 Ti, calculating. Boo. Double check the WSL file. Yeah, it's today. 9/19/216. So it's not frozen. With those two, you want to wait like 24 hours. All right. This one, when I came home, it wasn't on. I don't know why. 12 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. I don't know if it was running a job and the memory ballooned up and made it crash, or if something else in the job made it crash. If it crashes, that's not necessarily on you, so that doesn't necessarily hurt your reliability score. But sometimes I think it can. If it crashes because Sal was able to detect that there was an error in the code from the customer, I don't believe they hit you with that at all. And they're aware of several things where the customers can make problems in their programs. They're still people, like, customers can be dumb. They're not always right. So, like, we're running the programs that they want to run, and if they run a program that's broken, which, you run a program and see if it runs, and if it doesn't run, that's how you find out it's broken. Because if it runs, it works. So if it works mostly, then it probably works and is probably maybe a good program. But if it doesn't work, then, then it's broken, and then, you got to fix it. So that's most likely what happened with it. I didn't get into the second half of machines. I didn't see a huge drop off, so I don't think that all of them just reset on me. I'm pretty sure it's just that this one specifically, that the container crashed on it. So you do want to check up on them every once in a while. Alright, why did this shut off? It only wants you to have like 20 open at a time, so it may be throwing a fit here that I have too many open. Let's close a bunch of these down right now. So we'll give it a minute. I can only have 20 open at a time. Chrome Remote Desktop does not like the fact, it's not like how I do this, and does not like how many I'm trying to do. So that's why we're still only through, we're in the first half of the machines. So this is the new one that I just built upstairs in the office up there. AMD Ryzen 9 5900X 12 core. This was the cheapest 12 core that they made that would work for the board that I had. So that's why I went with this one. It seems like it's a really nice chip. This machine is really, really nice for the absolutely nothing that we're using it for. 64 gigabytes RTX 3070 Ti, doing $1.53. So that should be low priority, I believe. I don't think that's the medium priority. What does it tell me on? No, I don't think it tells me what the actual pricing on the medium priority is. It breaks it down by the hour, not by the 24 hours. So I believe the low priority is probably the $1.50. The medium priority would be like $2.50, and then the high priority would be like $3.50 or something like that. I want to say, I'm just guessing, hypothesis. So $1.53 for this machine is definitely not too bad. So let's close all these down. And then let's get into the middle. Let's open the 8 cores. Alright, so i7, 8 core. These are all the actual PCs that I have now. 32 megabytes of memory. 32 gigabytes of memory. RTX 3060 Ti, doing $1.30. So this is a low priority job. i7, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060. This is doing $2.10. So I believe this is a medium priority job, which is kind of interesting because you can really see this on literally on everything. Somebody wants to be cheap to get the 3060, but they still want to pay for the priority with being cheap to get the 3060. So kind of interesting that, yeah, this is $2.10 right now for my 3060, whereas I have a couple of 3090s that are doing the $1.68. Salad is definitely funny. Their pricing is definitely funny, but I'll take $2.10 for this thing. Yeah. Alright, next machine, i7, 8 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070, 10 cents. So, okay, I still kind of like them. Want to get that reliability score up as high as I can. It needs to get back to where it was before. I thought these were both running earlier today. I thought when I checked this morning, I want to say, I think these were both on high priority. They were probably just small high priority jobs, but I think they were both going over $2 when I looked this morning. So, this one, Ryzen 7, 8 core, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3070, not doing anything right now. Alright, so let's look at the 6 cores and the 4 cores. Should be able to bring everything else up now without having to worry about Chrome Remote Desktop being a jerk. So i5, 6 core, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti is calculating. Boo. Next one, i5, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory. RTX 3060 is calculating. Boo. Next one. Ryzen 5, 6-core, 64 gigabytes. RTX 3070 Ti is calculating. Boo. Man. Getting any work down here. Not saying any love. i5, 6 cores, 32 gigabytes, RTX 3070 is calculating. Man, I had a while there where like all of this stuff was running before I had those power surges. These were almost like all of these had been on were on containers running for like 2 weeks. Man, another one not running. AMD Ryzen 5, 6 cores, 64 gigabytes, RTX 3060 Ti is calculating. I think more of you need to get fed up with Salad and quit so I can get these all back on jobs again. This is probably my favorite machine. This is my 10-year-old PC that I had in my office when I had I probably bought this. I might have still been living in Wisconsin when I bought this. No, I had to be here in Florida. If it's 10 years old. Yeah, I had to already be here in Florida. I had to be in this house already. Because, yeah, I think I've been in this house for 10 years. So, yeah, I had to buy this in Florida. This isn't with me from moving from Wisconsin. But it's pretty close. i7, it's 10 years old. 16 gigabytes of DDR3. Running an RTX 3060 is calculating. This one kind of makes sense to me when it doesn't have a job yet, because this is definitely not the best machine I have. It is not the most reliable. I can't put any more memory on that motherboard. That's the maximum amount it will take. So it can run into issues. So like this one with the problem they have with the memory, which is why a lot of the machines I have more than 40 gigabytes of memory in them, they'll only pay you for up to the 40 gigabytes of memory, but they have like an air in it where the memory can balloon up. So if it winds up airing out because it needed more memory, that's why I have like 96 gigabytes on some of the bigger machines. So like there's more room for air on those if it does balloon up real big, so I don't drop like a huge container that could run for a real long time where I can make a lot of money. Unless it gets too ridiculously insane. If that 96 gigabytes of memory isn't enough for it to not drop a 40 gigabyte file, then, it is what it is at that point. So, I feel the happiest though when this one is running, but it's not running now. It was running like 2 days ago, and then I think when it was running, I think it wound up crashing, so whatever. Getting down towards the end. This one's not running either. i3, 4 cores, 64 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3070, calculating. My most reliable machine in the whole world. I think this one is on a new job now, though. Boo. i3, 4 cores, 32 gigabytes of memory, RTX 3080. It's a 10 gigabyte card. Doing $1.30, so that's a low priority job. I don't know if this one finished the one it was on and then just automatically picked up this new one. Because it was the one, the $1.89, I want to say, for basically the last month. It did drop it, though, because it did lose power. It did have to get reset, but yeah. That's all of them. That's all she wrote. So, a lot of numbers there, a lot of machines. We come back, it's looking pretty good. And I pulled out the calculator this morning. I don't remember exactly what it added up to, but I think everything that was running seemed like it added up to this number, except for that $8 job. So, yeah, I'm going to wait still to hear back from Salad on that. Hopefully I do pretty soon. When I do, I will let you guys know. I'll make another video on it. Yeah, if I see anything else real cool in the numbers, may do another short video, or I will do another big, long video like this where I break down all the machines and kind of what they're running and different issues I may have seen with them. yeah, I'll do that in a couple days. So, yeah, if there's any videos you want to see, leave a comment down below. I will do my best to make them. If I got to research it, I will research it. I don't mind doing a little bit of homework. Don't mind doing a little bit. I don't necessarily want to do like a lot. Like if you want to come in and tell me how to install Flux, like you want that video, like I'm not going to be your guy on that right now. I don't think. I'm not that irritated with Salad because there's too much stuff I got to learn at that point. I need to learn how to install Linux, and I need to learn how to use Linux, and that's just starting to be too much homework to get into for that. I'd rather go through and make sure I'm set up where I can play video games on this, and I might start live streaming. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed yet in the chats. Sometimes when I respond, sometimes it's ExtrmWill and sometimes it's ExtrmWill Tech. ExtrmWill is actually the gaming channel that has been delinquent right now for probably 2 years since I made my last gaming video. I'd like to get back into the gaming, but I'm not really passionate about anything right now specifically. Like, I'm playing Shining Force on my iPad, and I'm playing Marvel Contest of Champions on my iPad. So I might either play a 40-year-old Sega Genesis game or play Marvel Contest of Champions that I don't really even want to play. So I don't know. I bought a couple games too recently. I may get on some of them. Like with this Salad earnings too, you can just buy stuff out of Steam. So I'd like to set Steam up on here, but I don't have it set up right with the OBS Studio and stuff, so it's like, do I want to spend the time to set it up right? Like, if I get around to it, I'm off now for like the next 4 days. My job works weird like that. I kind of work like a 10-day block with like 2 days off in the middle, and then I have 4 days off. So, and then I'll do another 10-day block and then 4 days off. I think I still got like another month left of this nice schedule, and then I go back to a stupid schedule like a normal person. But, well, I guess still not a normal person because we work 7 days a week, so schedule will just be all over the place. But yeah, I'll try to make some more videos next several days. So if you want to see anything, just leave a comment down below, and if it's something I think people actually want to see that, like, kind of I can wrap my head around, like I can see where this would be entertaining to watch, I'll make that video. So yeah, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe, come on back, we'll make more videos later. Peace.